Yo, what up? I want to talk real briefly about psychological and spiritual warfare because, in my own personal opinion, this is the area where black people are losing. We seem to think that war is only supposed to be something physical. People don't really take into consideration the psychological and spiritual warfare that is taking place with our people. Pretty much, if you got the mentality that we need white people, that's psychological warfare. That means that mentally you're defeated already because you feel like we need these people, like we can't do without them. If you practice their religions, if you believe in it, even if you think that Jesus is black, if you're talking that black Jesus shit, I'm not gonna get into the history. But if you believe in that black Jesus shit, then you still are psychologically or spiritually defeated because you know in the back of your head that when you say that name Jesus, you see a white man, not a black man. And so, psychologically and spiritually being defeated means that you really ain't gonna do shit physically. Not that you even have to do anything physically. What's more important is really the psychological and the spiritual. That's really where this war is at. This war is taking place on the spiritual level and on the psychological level, and that is where niggas is getting their asses whooped. If you don't see your own divinity, if you don't identify your own self as a divine being, then you lost. If you don't try to up your intellect to a level where you feel superior to any cracker, no matter how rich or powerful a cracker might be, if you don't up your IQ or your intellect to a level to where like you could look down on the richest cracker like me. Donald Trump is the motherfucking richest powerful cracker in the country. That cracker is on the bottom of my fucking shoe. I will spit on him. He ain't shit to me. I'm superior to that cracker. So if you don't have that kind of mindset, you defeated. If you love your enemy, that love your enemy shit, that's psychological warfare. That means that you ain't gonna do shit to your enemy as long as you love them. Me personally, I don't love or trust or respect my enemies. Even if I don't hate all of them, I do hate some of them, don't get me wrong, but I don't love none of them. And I don't trust none of them. I do not respect none of them. So, black people, get your intellect up, man. All of that motherfucking thinking that education is not for niggas and shit like that, fuck all that stupid shit. We are the people who invented education. The first universities of the world were ours. We're the ones who civilized everybody else. So it should be a black thing to be intellectually superior to everybody else. We are supposed to be spiritually superior than everybody else, not worshiping nobody else's gods. We ain't supposed to be looking up to nobody. Motherfuckers supposed to be looking up to us. We are the gods. And so psychological and spiritual warfare is really where black people is losing. This is what's really got us lost. And yes, on the economic level too. But the economic level, that's not really my area of expertise. But I do understand, We got too many rich coons out here who ain't doing shit for the black community. I mean, when you think about how many rich black people there is, we should have been had our own economy. But why? See, why do these rich ass coons not do shit for their own people with their money? It's because they psychologically and spiritually are lost. So people could talk that economic shit all they want and try to shit on the spiritual, but you gotta understand, if a motherfucker is spiritually right and psychologically right, intellectually right, if they got some motherfucking money, they gonna do right with they people. They ain't gonna coon out and do stupid shit like put their money together so two fucking rap niggas can fight each other in the fucking ring. Nigga, we got boxing for that. We got real, you know what I'm saying? We all got real sports for that, MMA, boxing and shit. You don't need to be putting no motherfucking entertainers, singing and dancing ass niggas in the ring to fight each other. That's coon shit. That's that ignorance. So we gotta do better. We gotta stand up, clean up, and boss up. Shit. Psychological warfare, spiritual warfare. That is the battle that we are losing the most. And economically. Those three. Physically ain't shit. Motherfucker, everybody know you could whoop a cracker's ass without even trying. Especially if you got some training. If you in shape, nigga, you can go and whoop a cracker's ass with no problem. 2, 3 of them at a time. But we're talking about the war for your psyche and your spirit. Need to get that shit right. If you gotta get into some African culture, some African languages and deities. Learn who the African deities are. Call on them. Pray to them. If you're sitting up there calling on Jesus all the time, oh Lord Jesus, please Jesus this, Jesus that, you lost. You done for. If you on some shit like, oh well, we can't do nothing without white people. We need white people. Not all white people is bad. You done. You're lost. So that's the end of this rant. Black Power and Hotep.